Once again, put the Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Before we hop on these charts on this beautiful Tuesday, March 24th, as always, make sure you view us on the screen. Trading is risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. I'm just an idiot here yapping on YouTube, kicking X for entertainment purposes only. Make sure you do your own research, make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even if funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top on Futures, code RDF, and others. Can't stand to be unbiased if I stand to make money, which I do. Important for me to note that. You guys to make your own dang trading decisions. Guys, what's up? Welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's see what we got rolling. Gonna give you the quick heads up on a couple things here before we even talk markets. It's 9:21 a.m. Eastern. Got about 9 minutes until NYSE Open. Two notes. Number one, I'm gonna make this one short and sweet today. I'm heading out to do some in-person filming, some more podcasting, talking, yapping, hanging out, making some content. I gotta be somewhere on the road at 11 a.m. So I'm going to make this one short and sweet, man. We'll probably hang until about 10:30, and I will call it. Note number two, so we're going to get some trading in. But note number two, man, I want to long this thing before market open. Whoa. I guess two is balloons. I don't know. Obviously, I'm using a continuity camera here. Note number two, if you guys want in on a giveaway, an additional giveaway, because you know we got giveaways in the Discord. We got giveaways here on the live stream. We got giveaways everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in chat. Go ahead and follow this instruction in chat. And I'm going to pick somebody later on for a giveaway. You guys can help me out. Boom. Hang on 1 second. I'm trying to throw it in chat so you guys can get it. That's the whole thing. IG video, help me out by throwing some trading questions on that bad boy. I will pick somebody later on. Like, comment, follow, save the video. You know all the fun stuff. But throw a comment down there and I'll pick somebody for a 50K Elite Daily. Got to comment by 12 o'clock because I'm going to be making some reels today in person. You'll help me out by asking some good trading questions. Questions. I was about to slur on that one. But yeah, that's going to be giveaway number one for today because you know we run giveaways all over the place. Now, let's talk this market, man. I want to long this right now. I really do. I want to run this into NYSE Open. This is the play, guys. This is it setting up right here. It's pre-market. I don't like running trades into NYSE Open, but this is my setup. This is my setup right here. Should we run a pre-market trade into NY? Into NYSE Open for the bounce? Man. This is YM on the 15-minute chart. I am logged into my Top 1 Futures, 15K, live, pre-live, prop firm, sim live, prop firm account, whatever the heck we're supposed to call these things. Man, this is the trade, guys. And if I don't take it now and we sell off, I don't have one. And if we pop back up, I don't have one. So I might pull something really different today. I might pull something really different and run this right into NYSE Open. It's going to bode well because I can't be here for a long period of time today. Man, we are at my level of interest. We are at my level of interest down here. Get rid of that. This is what I wanted for a potential long yesterday. You know, we could certainly extend down below this by a bit. If we just are going to absolutely dump today, you know, maybe that's what we do. Man. Man, chat. we are at the level, at the zone right now, and I really don't like running stuff into NYSE Open. You just don't know how volatile that open's going to be. But this is the trade. This is the trade right here. Man. If we get a little bit more of a deep push down in here in the next couple of minutes, I think I might go for it. We do have a volume point of control down here. We could certainly come all the way down to the low end of this. Maybe we run some micros on something like this. Chat. Yeah, so sorry guys to hop right in and get logged in. Didn't even say good morning to you guys. I wanted to get a couple things off the right before we look at this, man. I'm eyeballing along, man. This is the sweep down below this level from pre-market. We could really aggressively dump into here, and I'd need to be somewhat wide. I just don't know if we sell off right into the open. But this is the mean reversion play right back up to VWAP. Man, I think I got to take this one because I'm not going to have anything with you guys if I don't. I'm really not going to have anything with you. So I think I'm going to go for this one, guys. We'll see how it plays out. We'll run the we'll run the into the open trade today. It's a very aggressive move. Getting a little bit more of a push down into this zone. Yeah, I'll take the $1,000 stop on it. If we have to crack all the way down here, I'll take the $1,000 stop on it. I'm going to go for this one, guys. This is into NYSE Open. But again, we're at this zone, we're at this area of interest, and man, if we sell off, my trade idea is invalidated. If we pop, I don't get it. So I'm going for this one, guys. I'm going to get long on this bad boy into NYSE Open. We'll see how this one plays. Be super aggressive. I typically do not trade into NYSE Open. We do have some news at 9:45 a.m., so maybe that's cause for a little bit more of a muted open. But I'm going to run this one into the open. Honestly, it bodes well for me because I'm going to be off the charts the rest of the day. I won't have a trade really unless I take this one right now with you guys into NYSE Open. I have to hop off the live stream early at 10:30 a.m. But note right now, 60 seconds to NYSE Open, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. There's a really good chance this trade plays out or doesn't play out in the next 60 seconds, okay? It's why I don't love trading right into NYSE Open. There's often so much volatility that comes in, and it's not that the trade idea is going to be right or wrong, any less amount of the time. It's just you're trading into an uncertain change in volatility, right? So rather than just letting that settle for a bit, we could get a quick wick, aggressive all over the place, stop me out, and then blast in the direction of the trade idea. So I don't love to do it, but we're going to run it today. Let's see how this one plays out for us. Let's see if we get the stupid aggressive stop or if we get the bounce right back up towards VWAP. Appreciate you guys hopping on, man. I'll be talking to you in chat. We'll talk about some stuff we got going on, but we're coming in hot with a trade on. I'm going to demonstrate really aggressive into NYSE Open trading today. That's what we got going on. I think we might see why I don't like to do this in general, but the main reason behind this, guys, is we're at a level. We're at the key area of interest. We're at where I have my zone drawn, at least, right? We're here. We're opening up here. I'm not going to have another trade, okay? I'm really not going to have another opportunity to put risk on in this market, right? My thesis for this morning was that we come down to this area and we bounce down towards, back up towards VWAP, right? We're opening up below VWAP, so the mean reversion trade is back up towards VWAP, up towards current volume point of control, right? If we sell off really aggressively, I'm not looking to long it down here. I just have nothing. We're just opening up, you know, bearish from overnight session, and then we're ripping to the downside, right? It's just going to be a weak candle, maybe all the way back down to this level, but I don't have any trade. I don't have a continuation from down here. I don't have a mean reversion from down here. Conversely, if we pop to the upside, that's the mean reversion trade, right? That's what I'm trading for right here. That's the mean reversion trade. I don't have a continuation up here. I don't have a short from up here, right? So, you know, based on this structure and price action, I'm happy to run it today. I'm happy to take the L if I have to, right? That's the way my brain thinks. Am I comfortable paying $1,000 to find out if this trade's going to work or not? If I'm not comfortable taking this stop out in full effect and some slippage, take the trade off, right? Don't put the trade on. You have to ask yourself that first and foremost, right? So today I am. Today I am. Not a ton of volatility just yet for NYSE Open. Obviously, we got a fight getting put up right here at this level. We got some trading being done. We got some volume being done, but not a whole lot of movement. Looks like ES is starting to pop to the upside. Let's see if YM follows. And we'll come into some good mornings here. NQ popping to the upside. YM really not doing too much here. Let's see. Let us see. For targets on this one, we're back up to where my target is, really. I don't like to run a fixed take profit. I like to just close out based on price action market structure. But yeah, this would be fine. That'd be a pop right back up towards VWAP, you know, right in here into this next area of high volume, right? That's the thesis. I think we're either going to move below this area of high volume right here, right? Where's my pen? I think we're either going to move below this area of high volume from visible range volume profile and volume profile, volume point of control, volume point of control. And we're going to come all the way aggressively down lower to this next area of interest here. Or what I'm trading for, we pop to this area of volume right up here, this current volume point of control, prior day's volume point of control. We catch that mean reversion play right back up towards VWAP. Okay, so you know, simple, very, very simple way that I read the market. Volume, price action, market structure. Put your trades on, let them play out. We don't know which ones are going to be winners. We don't know which ones are going to be losers. We don't know what's going to happen next on any given day of the market. We structure our risk and we, we go from there. I will note we do have not a prince that we want to look at. Flash manufacturing services, flash services PMI, flash manufacturing PMI, flash services PMI. That could get dicey for us here, guys. We have 9:45 a.m. red folder news. This is about as light as red folder news gets. Like, this is not FOMC, this is not NFP, this is not unemployment, it's not CPI. This would be behind all of that, in my humble opinion. Does it mean that it can't come in really hot or really cold and the market just, you know, does something crazy? Absolutely not. Market, maybe this is bigger than, you know, any NFP we've ever seen before, right? But for the most part, I'm comfortable trading through this, especially today, trading into NYSE Open. But there's a really good chance that we get some more uncertain increase or decrease or change in volatility at 9:45 a.m. Eastern. I have a trade on. I have to accept that, right? I have to accept that that's a real likelihood to happen. So that's what we got going today. Looks like I'm on the wrong instrument because NQ popped off the open. ES got a little bit more juice out of that bad boy. We're here on YM is the laggard here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here. YM, let's see what you got for me today. Chat, how we doing, man? How are we doing? Good morning, Paul, Dr. AK, Chris, Miss K, Dwayne, what's up, what's up? Good morning, Mac Boss, what's happening? Andrew Baggs, Andre, what's up, man? Good morning, new here, glad to come across your channel. Glad to have you here. Just curious, do you trade more the YM than NQ? Thanks. Yes, I like YM. I like YM the most. YM pays me the best. I tend to have the best read on YM. YM, I just have a higher time frame view, and it doesn't present me with a lot of trading opportunities. Like, this is the only trade that I'm going to take on YM today. This is it, right? And if I didn't have this one, if it moved, like I talked about, I probably wouldn't have anything on YM. So I don't have a low time frame, really efficient intraday trading approach on YM. I have more of a, lower frequency, higher time frame, 15-minute chart plus, right? One trade a day, wider stop, wider take profit, right? I had somebody on here going, oh my gosh, over a 100-point stop is crazy. Maybe, dude, depends on what you're trading. But for me, I trade NQ like a complete, aggressive degenerate, really high frequency scalping on lower time frames. It just tends to move more. It just is all over the place. It gives you that movement, that opportunity that you need, in my humble opinion. But I do like YM. I tend to do best on YM. It's not what everybody likes. It's the black sheep, but I try to just do what pays me, right? And YM, over my course of trading the US indices, especially from last year into this year now, I can confidently say is my best performer by a long shot. I'd probably put I would put ES second to YM, and then NQ last. NQ is a monster. I think a lot of people have that metric. It's very, very difficult to deal with. It's a very fast-moving, volatile instrument, and it can be very difficult to deal with intraday. Price action can become just so random as volatility increases, as the VIX goes crazy, as ATR goes crazy, and it could just be insane to try to work on. So those are my thoughts. But ask that question on the IG, comment that on IG for me, and maybe I'll respond with a reel. You'll help me out by giving me something to talk about, and maybe you win yourself an account. If you guys hopped on late, if you missed it, read the chat, scroll up. If you want in on a giveaway today, if you want in on one giveaway today, because we got multiple giveaways rolling, go ahead and ask me a trading question on that Instagram reel, the one that I just threw in chat. There it is on Kick for you guys as well. I'll pick somebody later today or tomorrow to win a 50K Elite Daily account from Top 1. It's not going to be random. I'm going to pick somebody. And you got to do it before 12 o'clock because I'm going to record some videos, and that's when I would like to look at it and maybe pick a couple. 12 p.m. EST. Good morning. Thanks for all the content. Can you explain key levels? What are you looking for when drawing the key levels? Yeah. Yes, usually trades YM, but we'll scalp NQ. Yep, you got it. Good morning. Let's get it. Neutral bias. Could play either side today. Yep. ADO King, what's up, my brother? Van, what's up? Purple Ninja, what's up? Yeah, key levels, guys. Key levels, right? Key areas of interest. We go over this over and over again, and I got a couple YouTube videos on it, but everybody wants to know, how do we find these levels? How do we find the magical levels where price some days makes you look like a genius and bounces, and other days it doesn't care about at all and just absolutely rips through, right? Where do we draw the magical rectangles? I like a really high time frame view. Whoa. I like a really high time frame view, especially if I'm going to trade off the 15-minute. But here's where my levels come from. Two spots. Number one, price action market structure, right, which I use interchangeably. Primarily market structure and higher time frame price action. And visible range volume profile, right? Visible range volume profile. I also do take note of session volume profile, individual volume profiles, right, as we zoom in a little bit. But where does this zone come from? Where did this zone today come from, right? Price action, market structure, right? Tops and bottoms, areas of interest, right? This is the daily chart. So we have candle closures here, right? Key areas of interest. As we zoom in down here, right? As I extend that across, what do we have? High volume node, high volume area, right? Based on all of that price action market structure. Visible range volume profile comes from volume printed in price action market structure. So these two are kind of one and the same, right? But that's where this zone comes from right here. It's being overlapped by my position here. But high volume node, right? Where does the next zone come from? Tops and bottoms, right? Areas of interest, key area of interest here. Price action, market structure, high volume node, right? Above, same thing. Price action, market structure. We could drag this thing all the way over to the left if we really wanted to. You can see how it lines up here. Gets traded through a little bit, but not without candle closures. And not without, important lows before we took off to the upside. And what is this? The start of this really big high time frame, high volume node, right? That's where my areas of interest come from. That's where my discretionary levels come from. You zoom in a little bit, maybe you refine them. You go, okay, look at that. We've got, daily candle lows. We got some lows from sessions put in. We got some key tops and bottoms. Maybe once this loads, once this visible range volume profile loads, we got a high volume node there, right? My thesis is that we trade to and from these areas of interest, right? We trade to and from areas of high volume. Price, areas where price has done business, where market participants, for whatever reason, have decided to put up a fight. Buyers and sellers have duked it out there. There's been a lot of trading done there, right? In between those areas, like this one right here and this one right here, the thesis is we move through these quickly. Why? There hasn't been price action and market structure printed there. There hasn't been a fight between buyers and sellers. Price has easily been able to move through those levels without, a whole lot of care, right? So that's kind of the overarching way that I market, and then the thesis behind. People will call these support and resistance, supply and demand, order block. They'll call areas of interest, they'll mark by fair value gaps or imbalances or stacked imbalances. There's a million different lines or levels or areas of interest you could draw on the chart, right? I don't think any one is inherently better than the next. You draw some stuff up yourself, and you mark your levels, and then you back test them, and you forward test them, and you build confidence in them, right? That's the thought process. That's the thought process. So for me, that's how I mark mine. That's how I mark mine. Nothing magic, nothing crazy, extremely simple, very discretionary. That's the only discretionary piece on my chart, right? Meaning it's not clearly defined. It's not exact. It's not the exact same day in and day out, because I don't find that it needs to be. Right? I don't trade directly from the top or the bottom or the middle of the zone. My stop loss doesn't go 2 ticks above or below. In that case, it might need to be, exact, right? But that's how I mark my levels. If you were struggling to mark levels, I would encourage you to take a look at visible range volume profile. I think that could be incredibly helpful. All right, guys, 9:43 a.m. Eastern, just before I go too much further. 9:45 a.m., we got Flash Manufacturing's coming up in about 60 seconds. Flash Services, Flash Manufacturing. This could be dicey. This could be dicey. We'll see what volatility we get. I think we're likely to start the bounce here. We really haven't done much. We dipped down and came right back up. I think we're likely to either start the bounce to the upside or to sell off really aggressively and give me the stop. I don't think we hang out here. If we come through this low again, I think it's going to be lights out. My trade management is not to go stop loss like that, not to do anything crazy, not to do anything like that. That just doesn't help me in the long run. I'm, better suited to just take a full stop out. If we start to bounce really aggressively on this news, I may look to take this off around VWAP. I think that would be a pretty nice spot to look to take profit. Again, I don't run a fixed take profit. This is in here as an OCO. I close out as price moves in my direction at a level that I see fit based on all the tools that I use. Ooh, we got dark on this one, guys. We might get some serious volatility here. Ooh, algos are off. Here we go. About 10 seconds to red folder news, guys. Let's see if we're going to get our face ripped off or we're going to catch a nice bounce here. What do you got for me, YM? Morning, Dumond, what's up? Good morning. Morning, guys. Good morning. Appreciate you guys hopping on with me. Appreciate you being here, chat. Let's see. We got a little bit of a bounce coming in. Little bit of a bounce. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Not as much volatility as that could have been so far coming through that. That's about a minute, 2 minutes after Red Folder News. Here's what it is. If you care about it, I don't. I just care that we've got some volatility potentially around this area. Not a whole lot of movement out of this just yet. Not a bad spot to get involved, in my humble, biased opinion. We are obviously putting up a fight here. We're not just completely selling off to the downside. We at least tried to bounce here. Let's see if we can, or if we're going to be sitting in a trade for damn near ever. ES trying to pick a direction as well. Pretty thin book on ES today. Liquidity back above it, that's 6,600 even. Liquidity down below. Got some big buyers stacking up here. We're kind of growing on CVD, but pretty flat overall from the time that I have mine anchored. This is not much yet, man. Not much yet. Nice stack of orders up here on YM. Nice stack of orders up here on YM. That could be a nice little target area if we start to pop to the upside. What is that? Down below VWAP? 46,295s. Just as a curious level. Yeah, that's right in here. Right into the low end of this. That really wouldn't give me everything that I need to take profit on it. Maybe we need to come all the way down and fill this. Maybe we need to fill this gap to the downside. We're making the case for that right now as we start to push down towards lows. We really did not get a nice bounce out of YM, and Q caught a really nice bounce to test VWAP. ES caught a nicer bounce to test VWAP. Nice push to the upside on this 930 candle. YM really didn't do that. We've just been hanging out down here and now trying to drift lower. Yeah, I got a similar read on all of these. We got similar price action market structure when we just look at these zoomed out on the 15-minute. Really no crazy divergence out of all of these. YM, NQ, and ES. But yeah, I'm looking at one or two things happening here today, right? We flip this day and we come back up towards where we were headed yesterday. Or we sell off, right? We really are going to turn this back into a down day. We're going to come down, fill this imbalance to the downside, go and trade to the next area of high volume on this chart, which would be, you know, down here, down below price. We've got a little bit right in here. A little bit that maybe we need to go tag. But kind of a muted open, even through Red Folder News. Nothing too crazy just yet. Sellers pushing it lower, at least for now. Just taking a look around the horn at all these. NQ. Yeah, do we want to give up lows and head lower, or do we want to try to fight through this zone here? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that YM is the weakest link here. Did not catch that nice bounce up on back up to VWAP the way that NQ did, and some of these others. Not that I trade them in correlation, but it wasn't as nice as I thought. Anyway, Nothing to do for me as far as trade management goes. For those of you guys that are new here, 15-minute, full risk style trade, about $1,000 worth of risk, 990 to that stop loss. I don't really do anything crazy in these style of trades. I put them on at the zone, and time is going to be my friend, right? Got to let the thing play out. It's got to get invalidated by trading, 200 points lower, rip into the downside and say, nope, you're dead wrong. This zone's not going to hold. Nobody cares about your little rectangle here. We're not going to pull any kind of mean reversion. We're not going to test VWAP. We're going to open up today. We're going to open up 200 points down below VWAP, and we're going to sell off another 200 points. We're going to end up 700 points down on the day. You're wrong getting long. Or we pop to the upside. We go back to retest VWAP. I think that could happen even if we were going to have this big move to the downside. What do we often do? Pop stops, right? Go and run everybody stops who's getting short down here, and then potentially sell off. That would still generate a potential W if I'm fast enough on the take profit. But not much to do, right? If I wanted to be out of the trade here, my stop loss should have been there to begin with, right? That's not my thesis. So we're hanging out. We're chilling. Like I said, if you hopped on late today, guys, it's going to be kind of short and sweet. I'm going to try to hop off these charts around 10:30 a.m. Eastern. But we got a trade on. We got a giveaway rolling. Read the chat. Scroll up if you did not see how to enter one of today's giveaways. Option number 2 to enter more of the giveaways. Hop in the Discord. We got 5 50K Elite Daily accounts up for grabs this week. No purchase necessary in the 100% free trading community. I don't have a course. I don't have a VIP. I don't have a mentorship. I got a free Discord. You guys want to hop in there and get a chance to snag some more accounts, some more giveaways. There is the link. That's what we got rolling today. But let me know what you guys think. You guys looking south on this? You guys feeling bearish today? Chilling at this zone, man. Chilling at this zone. Big orders down here on ES. Really big orders down here on ES. That could act as some damn support. That could also break through super aggressively. Let's mark this as orange just so I can note it at 65.70. We might have to wick down below this, and that could provide some volatility that would not be in the direction of my trade. Certainly could hold. We had an opportunity to move down into it. This does look legit. It sat here as we traded like 4 points above. I'd be kind of surprised if we don't come down into this here on ES and potentially drag the other two lower, which would not be great. Yep. Ooh, same thing on NQ. We got some players here, guys. We got some big players here on Bookmap. That's huge for NQ. It's a fat stack of orders. So let's see how the market reacts to that today. Zooming in on Bookmap here for YM. 225s, 250s, two 85s and two 95s, and then there's like nothing. Man, this is a little sketchy on Bookmap here, guys. This is a little sketchy, guys. That's a lot of resting orders buy side on Bookmap for ES and NQ. We're drifting away from it right now. I don't know. We might want to go and sniff around down here and check that out. I don't know if we just leave that alone. Now, do they stay on the book? Do they get pulled? Is it just spoofing and manipulation? That's always out for debate, but I'd be a little bit surprised just based on us like not moving too fast and kind of drifting around if we didn't go and try to fill that. Doesn't look like we want to right so far. Fat stack of orders, man. Got to get through the 65, 95s on ES. But we're starting to get a little bit of that push, man. This is going to be a dicey play. It's going to be a dicey play. So I'm long from 144. Yeah, I'd like over 200 out of this one, but that's going to be a little bit of a steel cojones kind of move to hold through that with nothing up above all the way to the upside. Just looking at trade management as we potentially move to the upside, right? If we sell off, I do nothing. As we push up, where would I potentially want to take profit? This is kind of interesting. We do have a lot on the book today where we just have not in previous days. At least for YM and NQ. ES always has a whole bunch of craziness on Bookmap. We got some getting lifted there. At least it looked like it. Yeah, a little bit. Chat. We had new today, right? We had new today. I don't know what that means, brother. My two key levels for ES are 65, 62, and 66, 116. Excuse me, 66, 16. Just looking to see which to target first. Nice. Got some levels getting called out. Good morning, guys. Good morning. In a trade, patiently waiting for this thing to play out. See if we can't get some continuation to the upside. Buyers are trying to fight this out here. That's some coming off the book right there as we come higher. I'm probably going to hang on to this thing, at least for now, at least towards those 300s. I would like to hold it longer than that. This is sketchy on ES. Ooh. That's some volatility coming in here for 10 a.m. Here we go, trading through the 695s. Uh-oh. Off the book. 1,000 lot pulled. And we got 1,000 lot above. Oh, man. All right, today's going to be interesting, guys. Bookmap kind of all over the place with some of these. So, let's see. Big order sell side stacking up on ES. Again, I'm watching all of these just because we got some serious orders getting moved around. And as you can see, they do move the market, right? It's probably not a complete coincidence that we had 1,000 lots on the book right here that filled big amount of volume traded, and then we immediately sell off, right, by 5 points on ES, right? Probably not complete coincidence. If you guys want to check out Bookmap, link is down below this video. It's an order flow tool. I am partnered and affiliated with Bookmap, but I certainly like to watch it, especially on days like today. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting, man. YM trying to make a case to the upside. It doesn't really feel like it knows what it wants to do. We chopped around here for forever. We failed to move lower, at least for now. We're coming back through and breaking, you know, multiple 15-minute bar highs. Doesn't look terrible. We got our current volume point of control down here now for NYSE session. Let's see if we want those 300s, man. Let's see if we want those 300s. Oh, man. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Man, interesting week that we're going to have here. Interesting week. Huge pop on comments on the war. Huge push to the upside. Choppy consolidating BS NYSE session yesterday. Choppy consolidating, selling off a little bit for overnight. Trying to figure out what it wants to do. Today, do we just sell off or do we catch a little bit of this bounce up here, man? Here comes the question for me on this trade. Do I want to hold through these 300s? Do I want to hold through these 300s? Man, oh man. This is going to be a tough call. Man, this is a little bit of a tough one, guys. I'd like to hold my trades longer. I'd like to realize more profit, but this is going to be a dicey one. This is going to be a dicey call. I'm not going to go stop loss to break even. I think it's really likely that we retest this. We are approaching the last little bit of liquidity on Bookmap here on YM right now. Trading exclusively off of Bookmap, this would call for a close. We could certainly really aggressively pop up above VWAP, which I think is what I'm going to wait for. But this is going to be a tough one to watch this move in my favor for 600 bucks. You know, over 100 points that we are in profit here. 130 or so, not take profit and potentially come back and watch this thing stop me out. So I'm gonna look to close this as we push towards VWAP here, guys. I'm not gonna clip it too early, or I'm gonna try not to. At least right here, right now. We're gonna see if we can't get a little bit more of a pop out of this thing. Nice reaction off of the zone. I'm gonna try to hold on to this bad boy. Yeah, right into VWAP would be nice. Like, right into VWAP would be pretty nice. This is a dicey spot, guys. We could get a rejection here. I'm throwing it out there. I'll always make the case, you know, for and against my trade. I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing right here. This is, you know, this is a little over half an R, and I just, it's not back to VWAP, even though it's drifted lower. We got a little bit of a volume, you know, node here, and I'm just worried that we do what we're doing right here and reject from this level. It's just not really enough the way that this is developed here to take profit on, but you know, here we go. Really good read of the market today, man. I could feel it. I could feel it, but I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold this one. Don't know if it's going to be against my better judgment, but I'm going to push some of my discretion to the side and look to hold this thing for a nicer pop through VWAP here. This is dicey, guys. It's if you're in something similar, right? You know, again, you have to make your bed and sleep in it. So, do you want to not close the trade out? Right? Here's the questions that I asked myself. Do you want to not close the trade out for $600, leave $1,000 worth of risk on the line, 990, whatever this is, potentially watch this thing sell off right now, right? Anybody could tweet, anybody could sneeze, and all of a sudden the market dumps. In favor of holding for another few $100 to the upside, right? You know, if you close the trade out right here, are you comfortable watching this thing run another 300 points in your favor, right? The answer right now is I'm not comfortable closing it and watching it run in my favor. I would prefer to take a full stop out, which is why my stop is still not moved. So these are the if-then statements within trade management. And then also, you know, what do you do every day? What are you trying to improve on? You know, here we go. Here we go. Nice, nice. Nice. I'm out, guys. I'm out. I'm gonna take 1,000. I look like 1,020 on that one. Let me just take a look and see what the actual P&L ended up there. I am out of that position. Could absolutely run to the upside. I waited for what I needed to see. I didn't take $595 the way that I wanted to 47,000 times. Over a 1-to-1. I'm happy to take $1,000 on the day. That was, what's the exact P&L? Especially on an into the open trade, that was 1,030. It was $1,030. $1,030. Nice. No complaints on something like this, guys. No complaints on something like this. Something like this right here. Boom. W's in the chat today, guys. W's in the chat today, man. Got in before market open, which was a dicey play. Really dicey play. Ended up working very nicely for me. This is in the Top 1 Futures 15K live account. Got a little bit of a rebound going this week after a L on Friday. Took a win yesterday after the live session for about $500, something small. W today, $1,030. What is it after fees and commissions? $1,024.24. Gonna push me back into profit on the Top 1 live account. No complaints here, man. No complaints. I really try not to ask too much out of the market. I do think all the way up here is not a bad, you know, farther target if you wanted to hold something to the moon, right? But, you know, here's the if-then statement. Comfortable holding through this spot. Comfortable holding through this spot, right? Where it got a little bit dicey. Comfortable holding all the way down here. I'm not comfortable holding here, right? I'm not comfortable watching this trade, which it doesn't look like it's going to do, right? Looks like it's going to go up. But anything could happen. I'm not comfortable with that, right? If that happens, I'm upset. I'm angry, right? I'm disappointed. I didn't do what I was supposed to do today. So what does that mean? Close your trade out, right? I also find that most of my trades, for the most part, I have a far higher win rate if I'm not shooting for a huge reversal, right? These will happen. These will happen, but so will this, right? More often than not, that will happen, right? So is it worth it to hold to the moon for all of my trades? No, not through VWAP on a reversion after a big push to the upside. No, for the most part. But let's see. Let's see today. All right, we'll see how this one plays out. ES, go and hit that spot up top. W, well played. W, good game for sure. For sure, yeah. No, this one's solid, man. I got to talk about this one real quick, guys. There was one really dicey move that I pulled here today. Really dicey move, and I talked about it a lot, really clearly. I got long right into NYSE Open. I got long 60 seconds before NYSE Open, which I really don't like to do. I think some of you guys are late, man. Make sure, if you're on YouTube, hit the live button. Hold on one second. If you're on YouTube, guys, make sure you hit the live button down on the bottom left-hand side to make sure that you're actually live. I can just tell by some of the, like, different responses in the comments and stuff that for some reason YouTube, like, starts to buffer or something, and it makes you go down and click the live button to, like, stay live. So make sure that you guys are live here with me. Anyway, let's talk about this one. Nothing magic, nothing crazy, no insane concepts trading like the banks. Support and resistance, supply and demand, order block, right? Area of interest coming off of a key high volume level. What did we have going on here, guys? Whoa. This was the same zone from yesterday. Same zone from yesterday. I wanted to see this hit yesterday. We didn't get that. We bounced down here after sweeping some pre-market lows and popped to the upside, right? Today, sold off, choppy back and forth. We're breaking through this pre-market low, right? I guess technically if I waited into the open, I could have got a little bit better of an entry. I got long at this zone. Why? I thought one of two things were going to happen. We were either going to come down here or we're going to come back up here. Right? Back to VWAP. Mean reversion trade. Okay? Gave me a way to structure risk. Gave me a way to put risk on in a direction that makes sense to me. That's it. That's all we had go on here. Dicey move to get long into NYSE open. Ends fairly dicey move. Aggressive to hold through red folder news. Right? Like I talked about, though, not a huge red folder news event, like not something that usually is absolutely, you know, an insane market mover that we had today. That held true. If you watch enough red folder news events, if you gain enough experience in the markets, you'll decide, hey, CPI is maybe something that I don't want to hold through, but flash manufacturing services is you know, I don't care about, right? I'll trade through that. So a little bit of discretion there. But questions, concerns, thoughts on this one, guys, please let me know. This is the same boring stuff that I do here almost every damn day. There's going to be wins, like today. There's going to be losses, like on Friday, right? If you have questions, comments, throw them here. Happy to catch a little W with you guys. Happy to get it done early because I'm going to log off early today. But yeah, this was pretty sweet. I'm still curious here. Like I talked about, I was curious here if there's anything that starts to pop up back down here on ES. We have big stacks of orders here. I actually saw somebody said it on Kick as well. That came off the book, right? Big orders that came off the book. So I'm curious to see if those come back on. Do you only trade the Dow? No, I scalp NQ as well. And I've traded ES for quite a while in the past. I'm not actively trading ES right now. I haven't touched ES in a while. Dow tends to pay me the best. This boring, higher time frame, 15-minute chart on Dow has gotten me to multiple payouts and into a live account where I've taken 22 payouts from the same Top 1 Futures live account. I got moved into this prop firm live account last October, and I'm the longest standing, well, I was the longest standing with the most amount of payouts taken. Austin Silver has got me beat on the most amount of payouts taken. Other people have me beat on the total quantity of payouts taken, as far as like dollar amount. I might be the longest standing. I'd have to check in with them. I don't know. But a few weeks ago, I was the longest standing. And it's primarily Dow. It's just this boring, low frequency, don't do anything crazy, don't get chopped up, don't take 1,000 DLLs, just slowly but surely working towards, you know, profit. So yeah, I like the Dow. I traded US 30 as the CFD in Forex and CFDs before I came over to futures, and that's probably why I have a pretty good read on it, if I had to guess. But I don't, you know, I leave it out. I don't have to understand every single thing around every single why, right? I just try to lean into what's working. And I used to try to force things, but I try to do less of that. If something's working really well, put some money behind it. Keep trading it, right? If something's not working well, maybe you come off of it. Why does everybody trade NQ? Because everybody else trades NQ. That's the only reason. If everybody that you watch traded crude oil, you would trade crude oil, right? I think it's important to know what things are popular and has good liquidity, and there's reasons why people are on the common stuff, right? They move a lot of volatility. But don't be afraid to experiment. You know, maybe you're going to be the badass gold trader. Maybe you're going to be a, you know, ES trader, right? Test different things and find a market that you like the movements of. Watch it every damn day and lean into that, right? That's the thought. Anyway, guys, we hopped on. We took the W. We got paid, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna throw this in chat one more time for you guys because I know people are gonna freak out. Here is one of the giveaways today because we have multiple. Giveaway number 1. I'm gonna throw this in the chat. Giveaway number 1. Go ahead and can I copy this? Hang on one second. Go ahead and like, comment, follow, save, but ask me a trading question on that Instagram reel that I just threw in chat, and I'll pick somebody. Got to do it by 12 o'clock, but read the rules on there and we'll do something. Outside of that, also, separate from that, hop in the Discord, the 100% free trading Discord. I am doing a giveaway that is rewarding people that are active and sharing in my Discord community. Go ahead and hop in there. The rules, the info, the details are in the pinned comment in updates and alerts. But if you have any questions, hop in Discord. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to answer. But we got multiple ways to get funded for free this week. If you say, hey, Zach, that's great. I don't want to waste time on any stupid giveaways. I'd say, cool, man. You're probably smart and you have a good understanding of being efficient. If you don't want to waste time, this deal is going away this week. This is the Elite Daily Accounts from Top 1 Futures. No challenge, no activation fee, no consistency rule. Oh, excuse me. No consistency, no activation fee. Daily payouts, no minimum trading days to pay out. These are challenge accounts. I said no challenge. These are challenge accounts. If you guys want to check these out, link is in the chat. Code RDF gets you the best deal. Here's the accounts that we're talking about. If you want to look at the main site real quick with me. These bad boys right here. Absolutely insane. The Elite Daily, very similar to the account that I'm trading right now, which is the live account. I've been trading these accounts with you guys as well. Daily payouts. I love a daily payout account. Love a daily payout account. So, if you guys want to check it out, link is in the chat. Code RDF gets you the best deal, even better than what they have here on the site. Shout out Top 1 Futures. Yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free, hop in Discord. I appreciate you guys hopping on. Nice to jump on, grab a quick W. Not a bad close. We'll see if we do crack all the way up here or if we come all the way back down through. Appreciate you guys being here. Live all week, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to wrap this one up early, like I said when I first hopped on. Quick disclaimers. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Trading is risky. Most traders lose money. If you trade, you're probably going to lose all or more of the money that you trade with. It's a silly thing to do. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer. This is I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Can't be unbiased. If I stand to make money, I do. Important for me to note that and for you to make your own decisions. Guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the stream. You guys are awesome. Chris, Jumond, Bella, Fast Money. Appreciate you guys. Everybody on Kick. Colby, Slothfather, Jess, I'm sure you were on there. Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Appreciate you guys hopping on, man. I will see you tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Have a great rest of the day. Trade safe. And structure and accept and manage your risk. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks.